Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Paddleboard Journeys. I'm doing something a little bit different today. My name is Dennis. Everybody calls me One End Dennis. You can follow me on Instagram at ONEINDENIS. There's a company out there that unfortunately went out of business, but they had this little stove that I purchased a few years ago, and guess what? This is the first time I'm getting it out, and I'm going to try to use it today. I'm going to cheat a little bit because I bought some kindling at Harbor Freight, and right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the depth on here. It's about 3 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little blocks of kindling here, cut them 3 inches on my saw, and we'll get some firewood together to try to see what we can light up on this. And I got me a little stainless steel pan that I need to what do they call it, where you put the oil in there and bring it to a boil and season. We're going to season the stainless steel pan, and then possibly cook us some breakfast on it. So anyway, let's get started. I'll mark this. It ain't got to be exact, but 3, 6, and 9. I don't have any idea how much of this wood it's going to take to cook an egg, but it's Thanksgiving morning, ain't got nothing else to do. We're going to do this. Hey, leave a comment below if you've ever purchased something and didn't try it for years later. Tell us what it was. Tell us whether or not once you did it, whether you wished you'd have been doing it a long time ago, or I don't know, maybe if it was even a complete flop. I don't know. You know, I guess I really didn't have to mark all of those. I guess I could have just put them up here together like this and cut a bunch of them at the same time. Look at that. We got a plate. We can drop those right in there like that. It's gonna work perfect, I think. We'll find out anyway. You know what I just noticed is I'm getting sawdust everywhere. I'm gonna go, and I think I need to put on some safety glasses. So anyway, I'll be right back. All right, we got that little pile done. So that ought to be a nice little pile to last me quite a few camping trips. So, which is the whole goal of the reason I bought a stove and a pan and cooking utensils and all kinds of stuff is to do some paddleboard camping. So anyway, I got a little canvas bag I can kind of put that stuff in, and we can go ahead and put this stuff away. And I got me a nice little pile going right there. So, and it all fits nicely in there. Okay, took all the other pieces, got them all done, put them in there. Probably go back to Harbor Freight and give me another block of that and go ahead and fill that up, because for $6 it's cheap wood. It's easy to cut up. The only thing, I don't know how fast it's going to burn, so we may have to play around with that a little bit. But I want to show you guys my click chair CLIQ. It's a great little chair, about the size of a 2-liter bottle. Opens up, pull the back up, click everything into place. That's why it's called the click chair. Sit that right there, and voila, got me a chair. I can show y'all my little setup here. Okay, so a couple things we got here is we got our stove. Like I said, unfortunately they don't make the stove anymore, but the concept is the same for the ones that they do make. But I like it because stainless steel. You can cook with I'm gonna cook today with these pieces of wood right there, but you could easily just walk around your campsite and get timber. That's right, they're called timber stoves. You get some timber, put it in there. And the other thing I like about it too is it comes with these 2 plates, and this bottom plate, you can slide it right in there, and you can use pellets if you've got maybe a barbecue pellet grill or a pellet stove in your house or whatever the case. You can just put a layer of pellets in there, and it'll work just fine with that plate. The other thing this plate is good for is if you're at a campsite and you don't want to catch the ground on fire, you can, put it right there on the bottom and build your fire like that. The other thing you can do is you can get like a alcohol burner, little alcohol canisters, and you can put that right on top of there, set the stove right on top of it like that. So that's one of the reasons I got this stove. I thought it had a lot of unique features. Also, it's got this little cap right here that lays on top and locks in, so if you're a coffee drinker or whatever, you put your coffee cup right in there on top of that. So but I won't need those 2 things today, so put that right there, and we'll put these in our little, I really do like these Campcraft outdoor canvas bags. Carry stuff in there on a paddleboard. What I'll do is I'll put everything in that I'm using for cooking, and I got another one for my pan. This is a Pathfinder stainless steel pan. It folds like that, and open it back up, slide that little thing in place, locks in place right there on top of your stove. So that's a cool little thing. Like the canvas bags. I got a couple of wooden things to stir and flip with and that kind of thing, so those are kind of nice. And also I got these bushcraft fire plugs. Came with a nice little tin, so since I haven't opened these, I'm gonna open that up. And they're just little plugs that are waterproof. And cool thing is now I can have a few of them in my tin and just keep them in my canvas bag and be ready to go camping on the next camping trip. Go ahead and put a few more of them in there, and keep one out to build the fire with today. Cool thing is this is a Ziploc bag, so if you got any extras left over, you just zip them up in your bag. So we'll put that right there. Put that in our little bag. All you do, these are waterproof, and all you do is twist them like that, and get them to open up a little bit, that. And then I got it's a LC Fun lighter, brand new, never been used. It's called the Explorer model. Comes with a charging cable and a lanyard. Might put that stuff on later, but it should be charged enough to get this going. It's got a little lock thing right there. Pull it off, pop it up. Got a little button right there. Just press the button and get your fire going. There you go. Get the fire burning. Drop that down in there. And let's get a few pieces of little bitty pieces of wood here. Let's see. You see that? Get a little fire going there. And we'll try not to put it out, but we want to get it going like that. We'll find out how long that little plug will burn for. And that should be getting that stuff lighted up here pretty quickly. How about that? Oh, one thing I did do, I don't know if you noticed, I just got a block of wood right here, and I just took my, shoot, I guess I should have showed y'all that. I got this little metal plate right here. Don't even know where I got it, but I had it laying around, and it was the perfect size to put on top of that wood. That way we don't catch it on fire. So this is the first time using this, so it's kind of interesting to see how it's going to come out. All right. The other thing I got is my sister-in-law gave me this for Christmas, either last year or the year before, and it's a cool little windscreen if you ever are out somewhere and you need to set a windscreen up around your fire. So that's pretty handy. I don't think we'll need it today. The wind's not blowing too much today. It came in this nice neat little container. Slide that right back in there. Cap back on. We won't need that, but that's cool. Another cool little thing I got. So looks like we got a fire going here. Put another little block in there. Let's see what we got here. All right. I'm kind of excited. This is kind of cool. Got some pretty good heat going on around it too, so if you're out at the campsite fixing your breakfast in the morning or whatever, get a little fire going. You're not going to burn the forest down, and we're just doing this at home for the first time so we can get used to using some new gadgets. But I'm looking forward to doing some paddleboarding adventures, camping out. Went and got me some cooking oil, put it in the pan. I'm gonna try to bring that to a boil without catching anything on fire. I like the way the flame is starting to kind of give that stainless steel a nice seasoned look. Pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put a couple more pieces in there. And the cool thing is, I'm gonna show y'all the little hole in the side. So whenever you're cooking, if you want to add more, you just slide it right in there. Since stainless steel is not a non-stick surface, you have to season it by taking a new pan, putting oil in it, bringing it to a boil, and then let it cool, wipe it out, and then you can cook, start your cooking process. So kind of interested. I know the stove itself is kind of hot, but I'm kind of wondering how this pan handle is going to get, because I may have to get me a glove or something. So we got a pretty cool setup. I think this is going to be, it's a block of wood works good, and this chair works good, so looks like it'd be a neat little thing to cook on. Obviously not going to take a big old block of wood camping with me, but for the first time out, I think we'll figure this out. First time using it, we'll figure this all out. Got a cool looking burn here. We got a few sticks out of the front yard. I got a tree in the front yard. It's always giving me some kind of little timber. So we're just gonna break that up. Put that in there. Like that. It's pretty fun to do on a Thanksgiving morning. Sit out by your garage and just try something new. It's always best to try something at home in a little more controlled environment. I think this is pretty cool. So leave a comment about what kind of camping adventures you might want to be doing with your paddleboard. I've got all kinds of other gear that in there: tent, sleeping bags, dry bags, all brand new stuff I've had for a while now, and I just hadn't got it out and tried it. But I'm trying to make sure I do more stuff like this. I don't know if you guys have been watching any of the Instagram stuff, but there's an Indian guy on there, and his language is kind of rough, but the point he's making is on par as far as embracing work-life imbalance. We live a lot more than we have a lot more hours available to live than we usually spend working. I think as men we have a trouble sometimes balancing work and life. And corporate America wants you to think that work-life balance means managing your life while you're at work, and I don't quite buy into that, but I think we should maybe think about working less and living a little bit more, and try to enjoy life and try to find some kind of balance. I mean, unless you were just born into an extremely rich family and don't have to work, I think everybody, even if you don't have to work any kind of money-making job or activity or career, everybody needs to find something they're passionate about and get out there and do. Two things I love to do is teach kids to water ski and get out on my paddleboard, so I'm going to be trying to do more of that in this next coming year. Kind of see if we can't involve some camping into that into that also. We've been going out to some islands on the nearby lake and staying Friday after work and sitting around a campfire and talking with friends and stuff like that. But I generally wind up paddling back to the launch spot and not staying the night. And some of the other folks are staying in tents and hammocks and stuff like that. I just think that's cool, and I want to try doing that. I've camped before. I spent a lot of years in pop-ups and pop-up campers and campgrounds and stuff like that, but I want to do a little bit more primitive stuff where I carry my gear on my paddleboard and go out to the campsites. And the islands that we have on the lake here, you just find you an open spot, and there's several campsites all over, multiple islands all over the lake, so you just find you one and set up camp, and it's all first come first serve, and it's a really neat thing to do. Looks like I need to add some more fire to the flame. I'm trying to get some coals going. I got plenty of heat. Definitely enough heat here to cook some eggs, I think. Trying to get this oil to a boil to season this pan. So we may have to bring everything to a boil, let everything cool off, maybe cook the eggs another time, but we'll see. Okay, I think we got us a nice little caramel color going on here, and I'm gonna let this last little bit of fire burn down, let everything cool off, and I think that's all I'm gonna do today. So I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you find this maybe entertaining. I don't know, maybe you learned something today, but if you'll hit that like button, that would really help us out, and subscribe and hit that bell notification. Thank you for watching today, and until next time, I hope you find yourself outside.